Hello, welcome back to Distant Worlds 2. We're continuing our playthrough here, getting ready to go to war and kind of observe what happens in the war over here. So, should be pretty exciting. Let's kind of monitor the situation right now. A lot of retrofitting being done, which is going to make our fleets stronger, but there's a lot of time investment in that. Like, it's going to take a long time to retrofit all these ships, so we'll kind of have to see how that plays out. I might have to cancel some of the retrofitting, but we'll see how it goes. Defensive fleet is up here. We're ready to begin our first war action. Looks like we have a ship lingered around down here somewhere. Yes. Don't know what you're doing, but you don't have any troops on you, so you're not that big of a deal. Most of our invasion fleet has arrived at the location where it needs to be. It's only one or two ships, but again, they don't have any troops on them, so they don't really matter that much. We do have our metropolis built here, which means some of our troops are freed up to rejoin our fleet. So let's go ahead and load our troops up. Okay, our troops are all on our invasion fleets, which means we are gonna just scooch on over here, get our invasion fleets all ready to invade these guys, get our defense fleet over there as well, just in case they come to try to keep us at bay. It's the same system, so I don't imagine much of a problem here. All right, let's go ahead and drop some invasion on this planet. I just want to invade with everything I got. Pretty weak planet, so it shouldn't be too bad. All right, looks like we have the upper hand. Hopefully the rest of our troops start landing on the planet. Looks like they are. All right, now we are pretty close to overwhelming them. Surprised more generals haven't landed. Okay, so we have defeated. Got some diplomacy stuff, which is fine. Did that make us go to war with them? I don't think it did. No, they're just very upset with us, which is fine. They can be upset. They're actually pretty happy with us, which is interesting. So I think I am going to flip these guys back to automatic just to try to get them to do a little more. Although, to be honest, I probably should have at least one of them load the troops first and then flip it back to automatic afterwards. Just so we have at least one fleet dosed up with as many troops as possible. There we go. Now we'll put it back to invasion. They should hop around, refuel, retrofit if they need to, load troops. Hopefully that happens all automatically. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, these guys are pretty happy. Gonna take a while to get that population all the way converted, but I think that's fine. Okay, so that's the second planet they've taken over from them. We do need to make sure we're applying our population templates periodically, just because we have colonized new planets, and I think it's important to do. Oh, no, that is not what we want for Sandy Desert. All right, let's kind of click through all this real quick. How many Sandy Desert planets do I have? Not that many. I don't think I want the Dhayut on there because Gazurian is a better choice. No, I guess we're going to have to keep the Dhayut on there. All right, you guys get off. Tekin are the best choice. Yeah, maybe Tekin and Gazurian should be the best choice for that. Apply that to all Sandy Desert. This might be kind of artificial here, but This is a particularly good quality planet. Yeah, I don't want... We have too much population of that type on there. All right, so I think we have pretty much applied a template to most of the types of planets that we have. So that if we look at the population, go to our newest planets, we should have a template applied to most of them. Yes, it does appear to be that way. Some of them are, you know, just 2 races, but that's fine. All right, for some reason we are under attack. I felt like all of our ships were in our systems retrofitting at the moment. It looks like it might have happened over there. I saw the little lightning bolt and then it went away. Could be this Firmus system though. Okay, so we have taken that over. That has disconnected them entirely from this area. So we should be able to swing up here and start taking over these planets. That's the hope anyway. We'll have to see how that plays out. We're a little bit at the mercy of the invasion fleet we have going on here. I could definitely manually take over these guys and force them to come over here and start taking stuff over, but I kind of want to let the AI percolate as long as I can, because we need to finish retrofitting all these ships. There's a ton of retrofitting that needs to be done, and I would like to take the time for the invasion fleets to start building up even more troops if possible. But that's my current goal, is sweep around the outside, take over as much as we can, come through here, capture all this, and then make the final push to take over the rest of their territory. That might take a while. That might take several episodes for that to actually happen, but that's kind of the direction I'm trying to go in. And then they might just be left with a couple planets right here in the center, which would be fine by me. But that would put us even closer to victory. We haven't enslaved anybody yet, so that affects a little bit of that. But territory, we definitely have room to grow there. Population, we definitely have room to grow, but we are growing. And then economy, we are doing pretty awful, but I'm hoping that gets better. Our defense fleet is doing very well. So that's the 3rd system they've taken over from them. I feel like they're winning comparatively so far. All right, how is the retrofitting going? Sort by wait time. Yeah, a little bit rough. It's getting better. It's just taking a long time to retrofit all this stuff. As these ships do retrofit, I am seeing a bump in military strength. It's not huge, but it does exist. Let's... Sethar's fleet looks like it might be done. So let's get up here. Let's get our defense fleet up here as well. We could just start staging for the invasion, and then we can come reinforce with the attack fleets once they are done. I mean, that's still 1-point-something million worth of fleet strength, so it's not exactly a slouch. We should be able to at least start our process of taking them over. Oh, they took that planet down there. Interesting. That is the 4th planet they've taken. So they are losing a lot. They're down to 35, and they're up to 89. So they picked a rough fight. Are these guys at war with anybody? No, not yet. But their fleets are getting destroyed, it looks like. Or at least taking a decent amount of damage. Okay, some more hive ships. Not in my territory for once. It reminds me of bad memories of how this game started. We got some military fleet buildup over here. Looks like we got some action. Nothing too juicy though. Those fleets are pretty weak. All right, Sethar's fleet is creeping along. Hopefully we get up there fairly soon. I'd really like to get up here and take this over. This fleet should be fine to do it too. Wait, why are you going there? All right, we're gonna go over here. I don't want to step on their foot over there, so I would hate to get accidentally destroyed. We're just gonna hop on over here. I'm gonna leave these to retrofit and refuel. Economy is slowly improving. We are at positive cash flow for now. I'm sure that will fall apart at some point in the future, but for now we're in decent shape. I kind of feel like I need to pump out a couple more invasion fleets. If anything, just so they could run around and start loading troops and whatnot, like this guy. Let's at least do one more invasion fleet. We'll say form a fleet from existing ships just so it scoops up that one. We'll say at Ur2, because that is kind of near where we would want it to be. These are not alphabetical. All right, so we built the one. Now we'll top it up. Invasion Fleet 4. There we go. They can come on up there and start collecting everything that they can. I wonder if they're going to get a little jumpy once they start moving giant fleets into their territory. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, some of our retrofitting is making decent progress. We're down to like 700 seconds in some of these ones down here. Our cash flow keeps going more and more positive. Population keeps going up. I think we're doing a decent job at finding and building all the mining locations, but I honestly don't know whether we're actually successfully building any of this stuff. I keep flagging it, but I don't know if it actually does it. I think it does. I think it gets built and then destroyed, and that's why I keep getting more and more in this list. Or we're just discovering more resources. But most of this should be fairly automated, I would think. We are critically low on some stuff, which is not great, but only so much we can do about that. Yeah, very low on some of the stuff. Aculon is in bad shape. All right, let's keep moving along here. Looks like our fleet is creeping along. It's going through this nebula, which really slows it down. All right, attack fleet 5 appears to be done. So let's get that moved over to Ur2. Attack fleet 4 also appears to be done, so I'm going to tell that to move. We're just going to try to get all of this stuff over here. All right, that's another planet. So it looks like the yellow guys are winning, which is a little unfortunate. I was kind of hoping they put up a little more of a fight. They had a decent amount of strength, but apparently that's not holding up too well against these massive guys. All right, so the fleets are jumping over here. These other invasion fleets are refueling and retrofitting. Economy continues to grow. I'll go ahead and build what it's asking me to build. It did ask me to build a colony ship, which feel like I probably have enough colonies, especially if I'm going to be taking over a lot of stuff. But at the same time, if it wants to build a colony ship, there's probably a reason. So if I look at suitability, we already own this planet. Why is it showing up here? All right, where is this? That's in our system. We should definitely colonize that. We could queue up a colony ship for here. Also in our system, kind of near the border, but definitely close enough. And it's plus 41. I mean, like, those are really good numbers on colonization. Our research output has jumped up quite a bit. Feel like our attack fleet should probably keep some around here in case they try to come after me. Yeah, let's go ahead and move attack fleet over there. So the retrofitting is mopping up. There's only 2 fleets left that seem like they still need to be retrofitted. Invasion Fleet 3 is starting to load troops, which is great. Another planet lost from those guys, so the cream color guys are not faring too well against them, which I guess is not overly surprising, but all right, this invasion fleet is getting there, slowly but surely. Most of the troops are on this ship, which is unfortunate because it's the furthest behind. Let's go ahead and move our defense fleet over here. I do want to take this independent planet first. I think this is the Dhayut planet, so it would be nice to snag that up if we can. And then we can come over here and take this planet. Still very slowly making our way up there. The good news is the invasion fleets don't seem to be shying away from loading troops now, which is great. Another planet gone. These guys are getting real beat up. That's the main downside. These guys are getting stronger and stronger, so I have to swoop in and start taking stuff if I want to keep pace with them, because they're the biggest, they're going to be the biggest empire in the galaxy if I don't start making some headway over here. The good news is they're super angry at these guys, so hopefully that will prevent them from making any treaties or doing anything that would impact my ability to do what I want to do. Right, I am going to try to like increase the speed to 2x. We'll see how that holds out, at least for a little while. Let's go ahead and build that up. All right, that was probably a bad idea. Memory usage started spiking up again, so I'm going to lower that back to 1x, which is, again, unfortunate. I would prefer to run a little faster, but I'm kind of limited at the moment. We also have a massive galaxy. Like, that's, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of calculations to make, so somewhat forgivable. We have lost a lot of spies. I'm going to do an internal stabilization mission. It's not doing it automatically again, or at least it hasn't done it in a while. Maybe it just thinks we don't need it, but I'd like to get some of our spies back if I could ever figure out where they were. Sometimes the wherever they're at will reach out to us and say, you know, hey, we have some of your spies. Do you want to do a trade? Let's see. Let's talk to them real quick. Let's negotiate a deal. Yep, we have a fair amount of stuff going on there. Okay, let's do that. It's a lot of money, but we get a lot of troops and admirals and all that stuff back. So it's probably worth it. All right, I think we are making our way over here. Like I said, the bulk of the troops are here. Guess they're just hanging out over there. Well, I think we know who's going to win this war. My only hope is that they've at least softened them up a little bit so that they're more tolerable for me to take on. I don't know if they will be or they won't be, but I'm hoping. Okay, so Fleet 3, we parked over here on purpose. Fleet 2, don't know where you are. You're all the way down here. We probably want to at least move you up in this direction. Yeah, let's move you over to Firmus. All right, what's going on with the colony ships? No missions on either of those, even though we've flagged colonies to be colonized. Cool. Let's just ignore that. I don't know, here's an ice planet. You want to go colonize with ice people? I did tell you to do that. Yeah, don't know why that... I don't know why stuff like that happens. It just seems silly. Hopefully in the new expansion was announced, and they have some massive patch coming along with it that says it fixes some long-standing issues. So I hope stuff like that gets sorted, because again, it just gets in the way of enjoying the aspects of the game you want to enjoy. Okay, so our invasion fleet looks like it mostly has arrived. Yes. Okay. We should be able to come up here now and invade this planet. Hopefully once these guys get to Ur-2, they can start scooping up some troops in the area, and we can be prepared to continue pushing in this direction. Oh man, they are beating them way faster than I thought they might. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, hold out, little guys. I'm rooting for you. And we are about to get space superiority fighters, which means all these other techs should be pretty rapid until we get to the ones closer to the bottom. So space superiority fighters is a new command module and the superiority fighter blueprint. So let's take a quick gander at what the superiority fighter brings to the table. I imagine that's an interceptor. Superiority fighter. Okay. So even better countermeasures, even better targeting, adds another defense piece back on. Did it add another engine? Because this is what we currently have. Yes, it added another engine too. Little worse maneuvering, but everything else is better. So I feel like this is a good decision. Why would you not do both? Seems silly. Okay. Do a little Titan blaster there. 3 engines means you move faster, got a better command module, ion hardened armor. I mean, probably ultra dense armor, because ion hardened, like, your shields are not going to hold out against anything severe. So let's see, superior. Okay, we'll do that. We'll sort by, let's go ahead and obsolete that. Now our fleets should start retrofitting all of that stuff pretty rapidly. Yeah, I imagine we already have, yeah, 5,000 of them, just like that. Done. So the invasion fleet does appear to be here and ready to invade. So let's go ahead and do that. What are you doing? You're under attack. We are here. Let's prepare and attack this. All right. Hopefully, once we invade them, they'll actually be kind of happy with us. What are you guys doing? So what fleet do you guys belong to? Defense Fleet 1. Let's just destroy that guy. Alright. That didn't take long. Alright. Advanced gravitic warping. Looks like we got a little extra tech in there, which is nice. Anytime we get free tech, I'm all for it. Let's go ahead and build up a facility. Decent quality planet. We'll do a little repair work. Yeah, the revenue is not that bad. The negativity of the revenue, I should say. They're angry, but they're not overly angry. Oh, I guess they are in rebellion territory, so hopefully they don't rebel. That would be unfortunate. At least before this gets built. Alright, looks like we're going to do some retrofitting on our defense fleet, which makes sense because it was not set to retrofit. I'm going to go ahead and fly my attack fleets just directly into this system. Retrofitted Tebru Major. So you're still retrofit. That was the really slow planet. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, well, I'd like to at least keep pace with the colony captures. Capture as many colonies as these yellow guys are doing. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I really like to try to. I also don't like that they're really heavily extending into my territory, because that's just going to be more difficult to beat back later on. But it is what it is. Go ahead and build that defensive platform. All right, so what is our next step here? I need this planet to not be rebelling. It looks like it's not anymore. So they are at least happy enough to deal with that. You guys should be able to reload some of these troops. No, still unhappy. So it looks like I gotta wait for this metropolis to finish building before I can load up any of these troops. I think I do want to start setting these home planets on some of these fleets to somewhere a little more local to where we are. Alright, attack fleet 5. I don't know why you're so distant. This is just about complete. They're harassing me at Firmus again. That is unfortunate for them. Alright, so they should be a little happier now, which means I should be able to reload up some of my troops. Load troops. Looks like that is going to happen. And then once we get the troops up, we can try making a move. So I don't know what just happened, but the memory situation spiked up again, which is unfortunate. But I think I'll try to at least move forward with taking over this planet before I call it an episode. All right, total energy is researched, which is great. That's an in-place upgrade because it's a version 2. We are done loading troops, which means we should be able to hop down here and position ourselves over in this general area. What's going on here? You guys are still trying to fly in here. Right, you guys are also trying to fly in here. All right, so attack fleet 5 and Sethar's fleet are the two that are kind of in this general area. So let's hop you guys over here, and then let's get invasion fleet over here so we can get ready to invade and just try to take over this entire system. Okay. We have hopped in here. There's really no reason we shouldn't be able to do this. Start the invasion. We definitely outnumber them. We have not even landed all the troops yet. So much for prepare and invade. There we go. 21k. Should pretty easily defeat them at this point. Okay. So now we own that. We got improved continental colonization, which is good. That was the next tech in our research anyway. So it's just nice to have that automatically discovered. We do have some Akuru on this planet. I think I want to do a little bit of terraforming. If anything, just to fix the damage. All right, so I think we're in decent shape here. We just have to wait again for these people to not be so unhappy. And then we can kind of go from there. But I will go ahead and put the cut in the episode here. We have begun our conquest. We have taken this over. Most of our invasion fleets are flying around. Some are loading troops up, which is exactly what I want. And just to get ourselves prepared and ready to go over here. And then we're just gonna continue in the next episode, sweeping around, taking this stuff over, trying to make some progress, hold them at bay if they start coming at us over here. But once we take over this arm, we'll sweep around here, take all this, wipe all that out, and then work our way over here. I say that, you know, pretty quickly, but I think it's going to take probably a couple episodes to make that actually happen. And then we'll have to see where the yellow guys are at by then, because I think they might absorb most of the cream colored guys by the time that happens. We'll have to see how it plays out. But as of right now, I am number 2, so I've dropped down a little bit, and that's because they're gaining more territory over these guys. They're absorbing a lot of what these guys had. So hopefully I can keep up with absorbing what these guys have. And we'll have to see how that plays out in the long run. Maybe it'll be a race to the finish line here. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.